Hey, Real Green Ninja here. Today we're going to talk about how to set up a salting service that actually goes off of how much salt you really used to calculate the pricing. So let's begin. The first thing you need to do is you're going to need to set up a work order. Now, I'm going to assume that you guys have already known how to set up work orders. And if you don't, I do have a crash course on how to set up work orders, as well as you can always call Real Green and they can talk about how to set up work orders. But the salting service is actually going to be what we call a repeating special work order. Okay, so again, it's something where you're going to be doing the same thing over and over again, but because you're going to vary the price based on quantity of material used, we need to set it up as a repeating special work order. So I already set one up. So if we go to Data, Product Parameters, Services, Program Specials, and I go to my services here, and I pull up my salting service, you'll see I do have it indicated as a special job work order, as well as I have it set for $9.99 because I don't know how many times I'm going to do salting, as well as I have it set for 1 day repeat all days. So again, it's very, very similar to setting up a snow removal service in that it's going to be a repeating special, and you're going to have to set it up for 1 day all days because again, you never know, we're not quite sure how many times you're going to be out there doing salting. Now, one important thing to remember too is that in order for you to have it on the same invoice as the snow removal, because again, most of the time snow removal is going to be like a monthly invoice, but don't get hung up on that monthly term because you can run them every week or whatever. You're going to want to make sure to also set the default billing type to statement only. Now there is an option on the monthly invoice screen that will let you call out the salt. And when we get to that point, I'll show you. Also, you're going to want to make sure that the salt or whatever ice melt, potassium chloride, or whatever it is that you put into or put on your person's property is also in the system as a product with the pricing information. Now I do have mine set up for actual time and materials. So again, because I want to charge for what I actually used, we need to make sure it's also actual time and materials. So I'm going to grab a customer here. There's this one right here. This person does have snow removal, which is cool. So again, we take a look in here. Like I said, very similar to snow removal. We have it one repeat on every single day. Now, normally you're not going to actually build out the snow removal. So let me go ahead and fix that here. I think what happened when I did my renewals, I told it to build out the schedule. Because again, normally what you're going to do is you're going to have it build out as you go along. So give me 1 second here while I fix. There we go. Now I fixed that. All right. So now I'm going to have the snow removal. Yeah, I know it's service later near. Now I have the snow removal. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my salting special job. When I add my salting special job, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and again put it in active status here. I'm going to add my required fields and so on and so forth. When I hit save, I'm going to go to my clipboard, which is the show hide work order. Because you'll notice right now we have no pricing information. Now once I go to my clipboard, I'm going to add the new product. This is where I'm going to add my salting or salt or whatever else I'm going to be using that I want to call out. So come on, where did we go? There it is. So there's my salt. Now, again, I'm going to be pricing out of how much I actually use. If you have Mobile Live, this becomes very, very easy to handle. If you do not have Mobile Live, it becomes a little bit more challenging. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and save. There we go. And then close. So you'll see I have my snow removal as well as my salting service. Now, when I'm ready to pull my work, when I'm ready to, I forgot to reset that. Hold on, give me 1 second here. There we go. Put that to $9.99. Again, all this stuff's done on the fly, very few edits, so on and so forth. All right, so like I said, when I go to pull my work, I'm going to go ahead and pull my snow removal. Now, if you absolutely positively know that you're going to be putting salt down, you can pull salting at the same time. So I'm going to go to my invoices screen. Anything I come into that I'm not quite sure how I ran it last time, I'm going to go ahead and reset. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and pull my snow removal. Now, like I said, if you absolutely positively know you're going to be doing both at the same time, then you can do it as an associated service. You can do snow removal here, hit association, select your salt there. But if it's one of those things where you could possibly put some salt down or not possibly put some salt down, then we can just build it off the snow removal. And like I said, I'll show you how to go ahead and take care of it, as far as posting production. Now, once we pull our snow removal, we're going to hit get invoices. We're going to have our criteria and everything. Come on. I don't have that much data. For some reason, it's taking a little bit here. So, is everyone ready for the holidays? Oh, there we go. So again, I pull my snow removal. Where is my... There she is. So I'm going to go ahead and check that. So again, this is my customer that has that snow removal service. I'm going to go ahead and print out my work. I'm going to probably do a drives report or worksheet. Like I said, you can do an association. Again, most of the time people are going to print out worksheets. I'm going to do what's called a fake print. So again, if you've watched the crash course on snow removal, you'll see how you can do without snow removal and everything like that. So I'll give it a second here. All right, and I'm going to print out to Microsoft XPS Document Writer. We're going to select print, and I'm going to save it somewhere. I'm just going to call it junk. Snow removal. There we go. Save. Okay, I'm going to mark it services printed. So again, I'm doing the snow removal part, and this is what's going to tell me as far as routing and everything. And you hit the little globe to your routes and stuff like that. Now, when I come back to the screen and push F5, you'll see the snow removal has been printed. Like I said before, you could also do the associated. Now, once you're getting ready to post production, okay, this is going to be the tricky part, is you're going to need to go back into the snow removal service and update how much you actually did use. All right. If you have Mobile Live, this information can be entered directly into the Mobile Live device. It will then update pricing, and therefore all you have to do is pull the journal and then post production on it. Unfortunately, right now, as Service Assistant is programmed, changing or updating the product amount here does not automatically update the actual quantities on the work orders. This is something, as a technician, I would love for them to be able to turn on, because, again, it would make everyone's life a whole lot easier, especially since a lot of companies are starting to do snow removal. Now, you could also put labor in there if you're doing shoveling and stuff. Again, depending on how you want to build that work order out. So you're going to put in actual quantity. So let's say I actually ended up using 50 pounds. Okay, go ahead and hit save. Oh, where'd my mouse go? Oh, there we go. Okay, apparently I must have bumped a wire or something. So again, I put my 50 pounds in there, and now you'll see the price is $250. Now that I have that in there, what I can do is I can turn around and post-production on this service, as well as post-production on my snow removal. I'm going to cheat. I'm actually going to go ahead and double-click the done date here. But like I said, again, if you do have Mobile Live, this becomes a lot easier, and you can talk to a Mobile Live technician on how to do all that. So we're going to go ahead. Let's say we did it today. I'm going to put the technician that did the job. There we go. Save. And then the thing is you will have to go into every single one of those customers and go into the salting service in order to update that work order. Again, this is why you should probably get Mobile Live. Yes, I understand it's a little bit more expensive for your monthly fees, but it will make life so much easier. Okay? Now, once we have it sitting on the production journal, I go through, load all my saltings, production journal and stuff. Then I can turn around, go to activity, quick production entry. I can now look for my snow removal that's in that $ status. Again, set my criteria and everything. Hit get invoices. Oh, what am I missing here? Oh, when did I sign it? I'm not sure when I signed it. Let's go ahead and let's open this up. No. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Oh, I love the software. It's amazing when I do something. Oh, it might help if I actually do it by print date. There we go. Okay, now get invoice. Oh, no, maybe not. Let's do this here. Reports. Oh, I guess I can't clear current report criteria. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Let's see here. Maybe that. Oh, you know what? I think the schedule date's actually like January 1st. Again, I'm going to expand this out. There we go. Okay, so again, you can use a quick production entry. Watch the crash course on setting up snow removal. It talks about how to use this utility. But once you have the services all there, it's going to list all the services that you're going to be doing. Again, I only have the one customer right here. You put your employee in there. You put what date you did the work. You hit get build journal. It's going to say, are you sure you want to post production journal? Now you'll see it's going to have both the salting that I hadn't posted yet, as well as the snow removal. This again also gives you a chance to update information. Now, if I come over here and go in edit mode and change this to 100 or something like that, you'll notice it does not change the price. This is why, at least if you're doing it inside Service Assistant, you have to make sure to go into the work order itself and update it there. And I can't remember. I think I did 50 pounds or whatever. But again, that's why if you're on Mobile Live, this information will actually get pulled from the mobile device when you hit load mobile data. Now, once all your salting services are in there with the updated information, once all your snow removals are in there, you're going to go ahead and post production. So I'm going to hit post, cancel. Yes, there we go. It's going to go ahead and do its thingy here. And now that work has been posted. If I go back to the customer's account, I'm going to go ahead and push F5. You will see both those services have now built out the next iteration. So again, you could run them in tandem using associations, or just more than likely you're probably just going to add the salt as you use it. Because again, there are companies out there. Now, once you're ready to do it, wash, rinse, and repeat. Next time you go out there to the property, pull the work just like I showed you and everything like that. Again, the thing is, though, is when you're ready to go and post the salting service, like I mentioned before, you're going to have to come back in here. So let's say we go out there, 2 days later and we do snow removal and salting. I'm going to go ahead and pull my work. Day since last service, 0, so I can go ahead and pull it, get invoices. Hopefully it doesn't take as long as it did last time. Do I have any other filters in there that might throw things off? Like I said, it does take a few moments. So, as I was saying before, so how you guys, every time I get ready to start chit-chatting, this pulls up. So again, I'm going to pull this person here. Like I said, maybe it's 2 days later or whatever. I'm going to do the fake print. I'm going to assign to my technician. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me back this out here. Let me cancel this. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to show you how to do it in tandem. So, if I go to show list, now I can set up my association. So again, if you absolutely positively know that you're going to be doing salt at the same time as the snow removal, I can set up the association. Again, do that. Get invoices. Now it's going to take a few moments to do its thing. Boom, boom, boom. So like I was saying, guys, ready for the holidays? I know it's actually, oh, you can't see my date. It's December 4th, 2015. There we go. You'll see now this is orange. So when I go to print my driver's report or worksheet, it's going to tell me I'm doing both services. All right. But like I was saying, is again, you can do it either pull the snow removal, put the salt in later, or you can pull them both at the same time. Again, the trick is, though, is when you go to post-production, you have to go and back into that work order if you don't enter the information in Mobile Live in order to update the quantity so you actually charge the customer the correct amount. Again, I'm going to go ahead and do a fake print here. Mark services printed. Oh, I guess I did do a fake print. There goes my printer. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Oh. Too late. Oh, it's going to print out. Okay. Well, I'll just waste some paper and ink. So like I was saying is you're going to go ahead and print it out. You'll now see when we come back to the customer's job screen, both those jobs are in $ status. Come back to the office. Now I can turn around and tell the system that I actually used more than whatever salted in there. So I'm going to go click on that. I'm going to click on that. Oh, might help if I got the right one here. There we go. I'm going to click on that. Click on that. Okay, now I'm going to go and click new. I can go ahead and put my salt in. There we go. Now, I don't have to worry about putting the estimated quantity. Again, this time we go out there and do 60 pounds of salt. By the way, you can also set the units of measurements to tons or whatever you want, however you want to price it. Like I said, watch that crash course on work order on how to set those things up. Save, close, and now I can post production on both of these. Again, for production, assuming I got all of my salt services manually updated, then I can actually go to that quick production entry. Can't say it enough. Get that Mobile Live. It will make life a lot easier. And now I can actually pull my salt and my snow removal. If I can find it. There we go. Again, set my criteria and everything. Get invoices. There's my 2 jobs. Like I said, I made sure to update my work order. Going to set my other criteria here. Again, let's say it was 2 days later. Now I also have mine set up, I think, to actually let me do stuff ahead of time. Ooh, we didn't do it in 9201. We did it in 2015. There we go. We're going to build the journal. Yes. And now I can turn around post-production. Post, cancel, yes. There we go. And like I said, wash, rinse, and repeat. Now, when you're ready to actually bill the person for this, what you can do is you can go to print, invoices, monthly invoices, and then you can tell it to use the work order form. This is what's going to let you get that salt to show up. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go ahead and say get invoices. Might help if I actually let's see here, set my date range so it actually covers the dates I did the work. I'm going to go ahead and say it like this, and I remember exactly the dates, but there we go. Get invoices. There's my customer right there. When I do a preview, you'll see there's my salting, snow removal, salting. But if I want to, like I mentioned, I can tell it to include work order and then also tell it to include the work order products. Hit print. You will now see there is how much I used as well as unit price and then how much money that customer actually got charged. So depending on how you have things set up, this is the way that you can do salting and stuff like that. Again, there are some companies out there that have unique ways of doing things. They have unique ways they want to set up. They set up what are called services as products. So there's snow removal and there's salting and all the other stuff is listed as a separate thing on a work order or whatever. But like I said, this is the way we usually set up the salting service. Set up as a repeating special work order. Again, if you have Mobile Live, it makes life easier, but otherwise you have to go back into the work order, make sure to update the quantity so the pricing also gets updated. So I hope this helps. Hope I didn't confuse you guys too much. You guys have yourself a wonderful holiday season.